Oh, hey everyone.
Hi
So,
everyone.
Hello.
yeah, so let's present ourselves first, right? I'm Matheus Costello. I am an R&D software developer here at Toradex. I have my friend Leonardo Bornia here.
I also work with Matheus Castello on the IDE team.
And we have our boss, Stefano.
My name is Stefano Viola. Probably some of you already know my face. And currently, I am the software group lead here in Toradex. This is where we develop the Torizon operating system, where we develop the tooling, where today we are going to present the new release. We develop all the cloud services and also all the security, the device security part. Very happy to be here, Mr. Mateus.
Nice. So, yeah, so let's go through the content. Today we expected to show to you the news about this new release of the VS Code extension for Torizon, right? The last session, I think it was a year before, right? The last session that we did. It's not that
You
we
mean
do
live?
not.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Live.
Yeah.
It's not means that we do not release it any other version of the IDE extension. Is that we did not have the time, but this time we have this release because also we changed a bit the way to create new projects, and we want to show to you guys this on live. Okay. Let's start then by showing, right?
Yep.
This new. Yeah. So the screen, the sharing of the screen, please.
Yep.
Yes. So yeah, go ahead, Leonardo.
Hey guys, I'll be showing you the new way to create a Torizon project on the IDE extension. So for those of you who were familiar with the previous versions, we used to have two buttons here, one for new Torizon project and the other was new multi-container project. Now we only have one button, and you create, both the single container and multi-container projects through this same place. So if I click it, it will be the same UI as you used to have. Well, almost the same UI you used to have for the multi-container. For multi-containers before, you used to have the specific option for TCD projects here.
Can I highlight something? It's before, right? The version before the 3.2.0, we had all the projects in the first page, right?
Right.
So it's more or less the same page from the workspace projects, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll show that page very soon with all the templates that you guys used to have before on the very first screen. First, in this new UI, I have to specify my workspace name, which is where all my template projects will be inside. So here I'll just give it a generic name for this presentation. So my workspace, I'll select some folder on my PC. I'll just select the test folder. And this is the UI we used to have as the very first screen before. I'll select any templates here and name it Pi, just a simple name. And I will just create the project. This is also familiar to those that use the previous UI. So now you created my project, and you can see that I named it my workspace like I specified. And the Pi name that I gave to it is also the name of the project. But since we are in a single container, it's just going to show my workspace because everything is inside it, the single project that we have. So now I'll just show it working. So I'll place a breakpoint here and run the local Python just because it's faster. So it's running, and there we go. It got to the breakpoint.
Okay, let me interrupt you again because I think that is a bit small. Can we make it a bit bigger? No.
Yeah,
I think that is
exactly. Yeah,
Right.
for the audience.
Nice.
Yeah, now it's way better.
All right. So for those that are used to single containers, there is it works the same. What we changed was the UI for creating the projects, and the other feature we want to showcase here is the new project editing feature. So if I just press F1 and I type edit, it will show on the first option for me because it's recently used. But if you want to type the full command, it's create or edit Torizon project. And if I press on that, because I already have my Python project open, it will already show here for me. But if you also type the path to the workspace, you'll also find it. So if I delete a letter, it's all on a different path, so it's not going to show anything. If I type the S, it will show the Python again because it's on the path where the project is. So if I add a new template here, I'll just grab a template that's going to run faster on our demo. I'll just get this .NET, and I add it. It's now part of my project, but it's not applied yet. For me to apply this, I have to create the click the Create Project button. And now it is editing my project into a multi-container. And there we go. Now you can see I have two folders here, a Python and the dot, which is .NET I created just now. The code workspace is also here to
it opens all the documentation for all the projects.
Yeah, it opens the README for all the projects.
Oh, okay.
Including the multi-root folder. Okay, so I'll just click the open workspace. Okay. It's already open, that's good, it's what we want. Okay, so I'll just show it working as well. So I'll just get the CS, we have a breakpoint here.
Oh, I think that you tried it before, right? To as an example, right? And it memorizes the breakpoint.
Yeah, most likely.
Okay.
So I'll just run our compound here to run both projects.
This is nice. Could you click there again on the combo box?
Oh, here.
Okay. Yep. Because there is all the options for the single and also the compounds for the multi.
Right. You can run all the workspaces at once, or just the individual single workspaces in the project.
Okay.
You can choose which one you want.
But Leonardo, now you launched both, no? As far as I understood.
Okay. So the tasks are also basically the same. So you have them here, and I don't remember if this was on the previous release, but now you have these tabs for each project, so you can close them. Here we have the Python, the .NET folder. So here you have all the tasks related to the .NET container. And here for the Python, and here you have all the tasks specific to the multi-container, like project configuration, right?
Yeah, I think that this feature was already there, but it was as experimental. So it's important to also mention that now the multi-container is stable, right?
Yeah.
So we changed a lot of how the projects are created and some other stuff because of the multi-container, to make the multi-container also a first-class citizen on the projects that the extension creates. So this is important to highlight. Now it's stable, we have all the tests and etc. Right? But we have a question on the chat. So why would I use a multi-container project? From Elaine.
Hello, Elaine. Thank you for your question. And well, some projects, they require more than one language. You might want to use more than one type of template, for example. So you can have like a Python backend and some other front end, like a Slint backend or something like that you might want to use. And then in the multi-container, you can organize those in a better way. You can have these compounds that can run everything at once and launch your entire project from one click, let's say. So it's just a way of organizing your projects better. You might also have different teams working on that same project, so they just work on like a different folder. You have everything split well, let's say. Okay. Is that the only question for now?
There is another one from Elaine too. Is the deployment for debugging made in parallel?
Yes, for debug it is. If you make it for release, then it's not parallel, but for debug it is.
Okay. All right. I think it is failed, right? But I think that we are on Wi-Fi instead of the Ethernet.
Oh.
So yeah, I think this is why.
Did you lose the cable?
Let me check here. Oops. Not really. Okay. Let me check. Yeah, the wired is here. Let's. Oh no, I think we really lost the wired connection.
Because Mateus
Now we have
just
wired connection.
Wait. We're back. We're back from the screen. Oh, technical issues. Wait.
we will fix
Wait a
it.
bit. We lost also the sound.
Yeah, I think you can't hear me, Mateus. I don't think they can hear me.
Now we are hearing you out. Okay, we are back.
Nice.
You're back. Okay. Mateus, I was
Okay.
just asking one stuff if you can hear me, because I don't think it was clear that we were deploying the two applications straight on a device. I think so. That's what you were trying to do. That's why now you are talking about the connection, because the idea was to deploy the application on a real device, was not something that was on a PC running.
Exactly. Yes. So
Okay.
now we are back on the connection. So could you show the devices on the? So yeah, we have these devices connected, and then these applications should be deployed. The two applications, right? The multi-container application should be deployed on the Verdin IMX 8 and Plus, right?
Yes.
So let's try again. See now the network will work.
Let's see.
Yeah. So yeah, from the question from Elaine, right? It's in parallel, right? You can see the two windows working, and you can see. Oh, it's nice there. Here that you can see that is two processes, right? And one is for the Pi, and the another one is for the dot.
The .NET.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, but still the.
Yeah.
Mateus, meanwhile that we wait, I could extend a bit of why, on the question why use multi-container, because I don't want to provide the idea that this is something mandatory to do. Because of course you could always implement an application using a single container. The problem is that when you have a complex application, for example, that involve a database or that involve, I don't know, an HTTP server, it's good practice from architectural point of view, divide the application in more than one container. This is just for convenience, and also because probably there are different people developing different components. So, this is, I think, the main advantage also of using containers, that you can actually completely decouple. And also you can create rule between containers. Which container should provide which access, about that. So it's really something that when you go to the next step, when you implement something a bit more complex, is really good practice, create multi-container. This is why we decided to put some focus to truly release, as you said, now is not anymore beta, not anymore experimental, but release as part of our core product, this multi-container feature.
Exactly. So, yeah, for some reason we are having some network issues.
That's the demo effect, probably.
Yes, exactly. Because we tried a minute ago, and it worked. But yeah, let me clean up here this stuff, and we will try again. Oops. All right. Oh, let me also remove the temp. Exactly. So, yeah, let me reload the VS Code. Oh, and there is an update from VS Code today. Also, they are doing release for this on Microsoft. Okay, later. Oh, it's trying to install stuff here. Let me. Oh, your password, please. Okay, installing the dependencies for .NET, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting also to mention that we are here on the Campinas office. So you can see that is a beautiful view here from the Campinas
It's a
office.
very nice view.
It's much better than the front view, right?
That's not a very hard competition
Yeah.
with the front view.
Okay, installing. So can I see the Roam Docker registry output? Okay, command, yeah, so should be up. So let's launch again. Okay, in parallel, compiling, cleanup, applying packages, pushing, registry ready, pulling. Okay,
Very nice.
all right. Okay, so this is nice because this is something that I think that we already showed before on the other versions of the multi-container, right? That VS is not something that we from the extension from Toradex are done. It's something is a user interface is the compound of the Visual Studio Code working, right?
Yeah, that is very cool. So I can switch between one and the other here. Very nice.
Very nice.
So you can see it's stopped on the breakpoints of each workspace, each project I have in my workspace.
Can you show also on the Docker extension?
Sure, I can find it.
Yeah. So yeah,
They are.
You can see the two containers running. So it's the namespace has this local host, right? Right here, because yeah, it's getting your PC, right? Your development PC is working like a Docker hub, right? There's a local host Docker hub. There's a local Docker hub that is sharing the layers, the Docker layers, between your development PC and the device, right? So because of it, you need a network working
Right.
between your development PC and the board. Okay. You have some other questions, Stefan, or something? I think that yeah, go ahead.
No. I mean, just highlight that this remote debugging and breakpoint step by step. It's really running live on a device. I mean, this software is truly running on our version, and remotely we are able just to do debugging. This is something that I want to highlight because I think this is a big differentiator among our competitor, and because we not only provide just hardware, an operating system, we are really taking care about the developers. This is why we put effort to develop even tools that are, let's say, improving the experience also on development side, let's say, because otherwise if you don't have this, you have to create everything manually. I mean, it is really a mess today if you want to debug an application remotely on an embedded device. This is really, in my opinion, a very nice starting point. And you can do it. I mean, Matheus, I want to highlight, for the moment, you just showed Python and .NET, but you can do for C, C++, for all the template. It's the same, basically.
Yeah, for our templates and more projects at once. It's not restricted to two, right? You can, if you have a project with that many requirements, you can go for that.
three types of services of Python, for example, with one user interface. You can create 3 Python projects in the same workspace, right?
Yeah. As much as your PC can run.
Oh, yeah. All right. There is another question for Elaine. Can I use one project from a multi-container as a single container? I mean, can I detach the projects and run it as a single if I want?
Yeah, you can. You have the folders for all of them here. They're all separate, so you can edit them individually however you want. And when it comes to launching your project, you also have them separate here. So you can see that each is labeled like Pi or Dot, which is the .NET one. You also have Workspace, which is the ones that we use to launch every single project in the workspace at once. But you can also launch them individually if you want.
Okay. So I think that is good to highlight. Can you share again the Explorer, right?
There we go.
So can you
minimize them all?
Yeah, minimize all. So as you can see here, you have the 2 projects, right? The Pi, Dot, and the My Workspace is not a project.
Exactly. It is the root of all the other projects where they all live inside.
Okay. It's like an aggregator or
exactly.
a compound of the projects, right?
Yeah.
It's what glues the other projects together, right?
It's the configuration of the entire workspace, and the other projects are inside that workspace.
Okay. And let's talk a bit about the internals. How the VS Code knows how to do it?
Well, in VS Code, you can configure a file called .code workspace. And in this .code workspace is where you specify the configurations of your entire workspace. So here you can see that I'm specifying folders to it. So it has Pi and Dot, and when you create something with the Torizon extension, it will do this for you and configure the workspace for you in this file. Here you also have many other settings, such as the IPs of our device and stuff like that.
Okay, so there is a lot behind the scenes, right? When you create the project, when you selected the project, the extension behind the scenes is creating or managing all the tasks, the launch, and also this code workspace.
Yeah, it sets up everything for you. Your project inside the workspace and also the workspace itself. It does everything for you.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so if we do not have other questions from the audience, I think that we can talk a bit about the testing, right? Because as we said, right, this feature for the multi-container was experimental feature since the beginning of the IDE, since the version 2. And then now is only stable because we put a big effort on have automation tests for it. And then I think that Stefano can talk a bit about all this effort that we have here at Toradex and Torizon team to have this level of the quality.
Exactly. Thank you, Mateus. Yeah, I mean, we really take seriously stuff. No, I think we are well known as a company, that produce extremely reliable hardware, and we want to keep this feeling also on the software side, and not only on the marketing. We want to really try to show this with effect. This is why we decided truly to invest in our testing infrastructure. As probably many people here already know our product, we are already pretty famous about our truly constant quarterly release, for example. And this is just possible because on how we organized ourselves internally here in the company. You should know, guys, I mean, this what I'm going to tell you, it's really something behind the scene that happen every day here in Toradex. We have an infrastructure that allows us to have daily tests. We have every night builds. We produce the operating system image, but not only, of every, we produce every software component we deliver. This happens the same for our containers, up the same for our ID extension, for example. And along with the build, we run a set of tests every night. And the number of, the amount of tests that we run, it's really massive, are more than 1,000 tests that we run every night. And those tests are basically useful not only to test the hardware part, because of course, for example, for the operating system, that is something that run on the target, we actually need to test with real hardware. So basically in our facilities, we have a rack full of hardware where our operating system image fresh built, it's flashed, and we run a set of tests to test every single hardware feature. Ethernet, USB, Wi-Fi, whatever. It's tested every night. In this way, we are able to understand if there is a regression every day, basically. Then we do, of course, the same for the software part. So we have a set of tests that are useful to understand if all our software features are still working. With software feature, I mean not only the ID extension as Matteo showed here, but we test even, for example, if our update feature still work, the remote access feature, and go on. And recently, what we added that I want to highlight here, Matteo's, Leonardo, it's the whole security part. Because now it became extremely important, even monitoring what's going on the vulnerability point of view. And this is part of our test infrastructure. No, it's really part of this system. So every night we not only build, not only test, but we generate, for example, for the OS, software bill of material, and then we check for vulnerability. If one of the components that we are going to ship, for example, in the operating system, there is a kind of critical vulnerability. For the software side, we use tools, different tools to achieve that. Some of those tools are well known. Probably I could mention that for some hardware tests, we use Lava. But for some other tests, we really invested to develop our own customized test infrastructure. For example, I could mention our Aval system that we use specifically to achieve what Matteus just mentioned, and to move from something that was experimental to something that now is stable. For example, on the extension, this was possible only by investing this time, by developing this tool internally. And wait a moment. I see that we have some question from the chat. Let me see. Do all templates support multi-container? Yes, I think yes, but Matteus, I'll leave to you to eventually add more detail, because actually we have really a lot of templates. For example, I would even like to ask you, since I want to take the opportunity of this question, even to the because probably for some, I want to make sure that people understand well, because we have a different kind of type of templates. The one supported by us, the one from partner. So probably we could take this question to answer not only if we support multi-container on all template, but even explain a bit this aspect of the templates.
Great. Well, Leonardo, can you show the page for creation of the projects again? Sure.
Yeah,
So
the grid.
Yeah. So we can show the levels of the support. Can you close this log, please? Yes. There we go. So yeah, so you can see these are all the templates that we have today, right? But it's important to note the level of the support of these templates, because we are not close to community contributions, but also it's hard to us maintain by a small team all these templates running and working. And then the templates that we maintain under our nightly testing, right, are the Torizon supported ones. So you can see that there is this badge on the bottom of the templates that it's Torizon. So these are the Torizon supported templates that are maintained by the Torizon team, right? There is also another support level that is the partners, and you can see that is the blue badge. So these templates comes from our partners that contributed with the templates, and then these are maintained by the partners, and there is also our community contribution. So yes, we have it tested, but it's important to say that our nightly tests are running the Torizon supported ones. So yeah, it's important to highlight this.
Matteo, since we are talking about that, and since you mentioned that there are templates supported by community, could you just say something about how people eventually could contribute with their own template?
Oh yeah, we have our repository on GitHub. I don't know if you can open the browser. You need to share also the browser, right?
Yeah, just a moment here.
Okay. So
meanwhile, I see that there is another question from the audience, from Kobayashi. What tests are covered for multi-containers?
oh, this is nice. Leonardo, you could answer this.
Sure. Do you want to handle the screen stuff?
Yeah.
So for multi-container, we test all the multi-container specific features, such as the project editing I just showed, or creating a multi-container project. When I showed that list where you can run like the individual projects or the compound where it says workspace, we test like the workspace ones because those are specific to the multi-container. We test all the tests that are specific to the multi-container. For example, when I showed the list where you can run the tests, and you have like the pi and the dot, and you also have the my workspace, we test everything that's under my workspace because those are all features specific to multi-container. So we test basically everything that you can do with multi-containers now.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And it's nightly, right?
Yes.
It's every night.
Yeah.
So if you get regressions from our templates, or from the containers, or from from Microsoft VS Code, we will get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So yeah, about the contribution, we have this repository on GitHub. Is the VS Code, is the Torizon/VS Code Torizon templates, and here we have some instructions. We have this readme that you can follow. You can use the Torizon supported ones as a base for your project. So for example, I think that the C++ is linked application, they get as example the Qt one, and it started to work on top of it, right? And also the community ones, right? If you are some community member of our tooling, right, or using Torizon, and you have some specific need for some framework or language, I don't know, you can see that even Zig, we have some contribution here, and it's cool. Sometimes a framework or a language comes from a customer request from Torizon, but sometimes we test stuff. For example, these CMake C++ here are community, but you can see that are maintained by Torizon team. This does not mean that it comes from some member of the community. It's some experimenting that we are doing, and someone would like to have CMake C++ GTK on their device, and then we test it, and we see, oh, this is good enough, or we make an experiment, right? Yeah, but yeah, it's here the place that you can share your thoughts about the templates, issues. Yeah, this is the place that you can see everything as all the tasks, the script that creates the projects and everything is maintained here on Torizon/VS Code Torizon templates. Yes.
And this is, this is really the repo that we use. As you can see, just, I mean, yesterday was merged something. So this is not a mirror, it's really what we use for development. So.
Yeah. Pretty nice. So I think that we can go to the next the next feature that we would like to highlight is this new feature for the TCB projects, right?
Yep. This is a feature specific to the TCB templates. It's basically an improvement of something we already had before. So before, when you were filling these configurations here, it used to suggest to you what you can put in there, right? So quarterly, nightly, monthly, it's what this file supports. But now, we also suggest to you updates to this file. So whenever you set your device as a default here, it will give you some cool suggestions. So as you can see, I have my Verding MX8NP set here. And I am on a very old version, 6.1.0. And when I set it here, it gave me this little notification. Suggested changes are available. Do you want to review them? If I click yes, show in this case, it will give me the most updated version. And here there are a few cool things to highlight. All our users have different needs, and we assume that we also have users that want to stay on an older major. For example, you don't want to move to Torizon 7. So this feature only suggests to you changes that are safe for your project. So in this case, it is suggesting that you go to 6.8, even though we have Torizon 7 available. Because sending you to 7 may not be good for a project, it might break something. So it's telling you to update to 6.8.4 and Torizon Core Docker, because Torizon Docker is something specific to, is the equivalent of the major 7. So if I click this little arrow here, it's going to update my file. And now I have the most up-to-date parameters for my Verding. And of course, this also works for different devices. And here I have an IMX95. I picked this one specifically because it does not have major 6. So I'll set this back to what it was before, just so I can show this. And if I set as default this IMX95, which does not have major 6, it is going to, in this specific case, suggest to me that I go to major 7, because otherwise you would not get this device to work because it does not have a release on major 6.
We have 2 questions. So let's start by the first one. From Kobayashi Dev. From where do these suggestions come? I mean, we have this somewhere, like a table. Where I think that he's meaning there is some page on documentation or something.
We get all these are all listed on our Artifactory. So whenever you set a device as default, it's going to reach into our Artifactory and check what releases are available there. And then it's going to suggest to you here is the same method that we have that we already had for the autocomplete feature that already existed on this file.
Okay. Good. Next question, also from oh no, it's from Renan. Should I always accept these changes? What is the best practice when I receive one of these suggestions?
Well, like I explained, we never want to suggest something that is going to be harmful to your project. So it's never going to suggest that you go to another major or that you go to another distro or to go from a quarterly to a nightly, which might cause you problems. It always gives you what we consider a safe suggestion. So I would say, yes, you should accept them.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I interrupt you. You can continue.
Yeah, that question kind of answers what I want to say. As you can see here, it sent me the latest nightly version that we have is on 7.5, but it's only suggesting that I go to 7.4 because here I have set quarterly. If I had nightly set here, then it would send me to 7.5, but I don't. So like I was explaining, it's always a safe suggestion.
Okay, nice.
Matheus, I have I mean, it's a question that hopefully will help to clarify some stuff because, you know, internally we usually use the acronym, but I want to make sure that the audience understand. When we talk about TCB, no, we are talking about Torizon Core Builder. No, it's, let's say, the tool that usually is used to customize the operating system image. That's what we were talking about here. Now, because we are used to use an acronym, we use TCB. But yeah, that's basically the tool. TCB stands for Torizon Core Builder, basically. Sorry for this interruption.
No. It was a great highlight.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We use all the time, right? Only TCB,
Yeah.
TESI.
Yeah, you could say that Torizon Core Builder is not the most convenient to pronounce all the time, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Take a lot of time.
Yeah. All right, so
that's it.
Yeah, that's all for this feature. So do we have any more questions about it?
Let me check. No, only Kobayashi saying thanks.
Nice.
So, yes. Okay, so let's do for the next subject, and I think that is the last one for this release party. That is now we have support. It's the first version that launches the support for the new Toradex single board computer Luna, right? And yeah, of course, we would like to spend some time to show this new, right? Okay. Right, so we created a pretty simple, cute project, and this remember me from another stuff that we released also on this 3.2.0. That was the Qt Enterprise support. All right. Okay, so but first let's talk about Luna. All right. So now you can see here. Yeah, we have our scan of devices, right? And also the connected devices. What I mean by support the single board computer Luna. Yeah, I think that is cool to show the internal about the GPU, the graphical processor unit prefix that we use, right? So for example, the device that is set as default now is the Verdin IMAX 9.5, right? So it is a completely different hardware, right? It's a completely different GPU. It's a completely different vendor for the GPU. So when I set this device as default, it sets on the .vas code settings one property that is called Torizon GPU.
Yep.
Torizon GPU. Oops. So you can see here that is dash, right?
Yep.
IMX 9.5. What this means? This means that this will get the containers with the specific packages for this platform, the IMAX 9.5, right? It's not only GPU. Some, for example, for the Luna, the Synaptics A6C has also the neural processor unity. So this prefix also used for the NPU or other specific hardware, right? It's called GPU now. I don't know if we should rename it on the future, but for now is used for set the platform, the vendor platform, right? But the extensions needs to know, right, which is the the prefix for the writer, and this is a table that we have inside the extension, right? So for example, now I have it, I already have it scanned and I already have it added to the connected devices. And if I set the Torizon, it's called the winglet because it's the internal name that we had it here, and it's the name that we have on the device tree. But the commercial name is the Luna, right? The single board computer from Toradex. So if I set it at default, you can see that, setting Torizon as default, and you saw this, it changed it to the SL1680. This means that now this will get the containers with the specific packages for this platform, the Synaptics SL1680, right? So I have what is running here? Oh, is the demo already? Let's leave these containers there because you speed up the time to deploy it. Oh no, yeah, you can go back to this screen because I need to first. Yeah, I already put a breakpoint here, and you launch the application. Also, this is a cute application, and I want to show also that War team or containers team already added the support for the GPU acceleration, and is running cool 3D model mesh stuff, right? So okay, so compiling. Let's see.
And now you are launching for okay, ARM64. Okay, perfect.
Yes,
ARM64. Okay.
Yeah, maybe it was hidden here, but yes, I selected the Torizon ARM64.
Yeah. No, just to make sure that I saw correctly. Okay, so you're already compiling for the final target. Okay.
Yes. Okay, nice. The breakpoint is there. You go to the device because we have another camera set up for the device. Can you add the camera? Can you also? Yes, exactly. So
nice.
I will ask the Leonardo Borne to press the F5 when I say.
On your signal, got it.
So yeah, so here I have the beautiful Luna, right? So you can see it's like a Raspberry Pi, right? There is the same form factor from the Raspberry Pi, the same pinout and etc., right? And yeah, it's connected here on the micro HDMI, and also on USB is powering up. I have an Ethernet and an USB for the touch of the screen, right? This is screen here.
Nice.
So only to say that I'm telling the truth to you guys. You can see that it's not showing so good here, but yeah, it's the cable that's connected to the. Only to say, oh, you are using another machine to run this demo. No, it's the Luna SL1680 with the Synaptics SoC. All right, so you can click F5 to continue the.
Done.
All right, so you can see is a chicken here, as a little chicken here that I call Alberto. So yeah, Alberto, behave, Alberto. Okay, so you can see that is pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth. The GPU of this SL1680 is I don't recall the vendor.
Is the Mali? No. What is the GPU?
No, not this one is not the Mali. It's the PVR something. How I forget the vendor of this.
That's really bad.
Yeah, but you can see it's pretty. It's Power VR. It's Power VR. It's something like that. The vendor of the GPU. But yeah, but whatever. You can see that it's pretty smooth and is hardware accelerated already. Or containers team have done a beautiful work to have support for this.
Mateus,
Yes.
I have the right information. So the GPU is Imagination Power VI Series 9XE, and so
Exactly.
on. Then I think we could even show where, because I think we have a labs page for the Luna. If people are interested in specs, keep in touch. Probably we could show the page just for
yes.
the people because I think this is something super new that we are doing from the hardware point of view. People this way can just check.
It's on Torizon IO. Let me recall this. Should be here on the first page, right? Oh. Where is? Could you someone send me a link?
I have the link. So if you want, I can send it in the chat.
Oh, send it for Leonardo, because I'm on the Leonardo PC right now.
I will send I will send you through Slack, let's say.
Nice, thank you.
Borgna, Leonardo, and should be this one, the link, if I am not...
Oh, it's on the labs, right?
Yeah, it's labs.
Oh, yes.
Don't worry.
There is. Nice, yeah, I was seeking.
You were checking on Torizon website, but yeah, yes. It's okay.
So yeah, let me share here with the audience. Share screen. This one, right? Yes. Okay, so we should have it.
It's coming. Nice. Yeah, I can see it.
Nice. Yeah, let me apply some zoom here. So yeah, you can access labs.torodex.com/projects Luna SL1680, and yeah, you can get more information. If you have some, if you are interested on it, you can notify me when we'll be available and apply for early access, right? But it's pretty nice to show that we are already on working it, and it's pretty nice, supported already on the ID side, and also the team of the containers already started to work. Well, we already have Qt and GPU all working, and we will have soon also the neural processing unity packages added on the container side.
Very cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah, and it's the first single-board computer from Torodex, if I recall correctly.
Yep, definitely. And Mateus, I don't want to stop you, but I think we have a question in the chat from, now it's basically our friend Kobayashi.
Okay.
He says, why not use Broadcom like on a Raspberry Pi?
Oh, this is a good question. Go ahead, Stefan.
Yeah, I mean, some people could answer that the world is beautiful because it's different. No, there are different choices, different things available in the world. I'm not saying that Broadcom is not a good brand, but we truly believe that the Synaptic processor is a really good and efficient platform to implement this kind of product. And also what we like is the fact that in the silicon, we have available even the neural processor unit. This is something that is completely missing on the Raspberry Pi.
Oh, this is perfect to highlight, right? Because if I'm not wrong, from the Raspberry Pi side, you need to add a hat, right? You need to add that.
You need to. It's not present. So basically, what you can do is buy an hat that implements that where there is an external neural processor unit, and then you will be able to leverage it. Here in a single package, it's available. And also, I would like to highlight that our solution is really more oriented to it's really designed to fulfill the needs of more industrial application. When, for example, the Raspberry Pi Raspberry Pi was made more for makers to do some experiment at home. Here, the target is slightly different. And I think these, along with the very good software stack that we are going to provide, because as you said, for the moment, we are already starting providing accelerated Qt template, but soon we will provide even example to easily use the neural processor unit, for example. And this is really a huge advantage, in my opinion, when you especially need to build something fast or evaluate something fast.
Pretty nice, pretty nice.
And then, Mateus, I want to always remind that we are really famous for our, let's say, quality especially when it's about, not only about software, but also about hardware, especially about hardware.
Okay, so I already received some notification here from our setup here, or how to call the guys behind the
Our
scenes?
production
Staff.
okay.
Like that our
The
time is
director.
yes, that our time is ending, and I will show very quickly the cute enterprise stuff. Let me share. Where is? Let me see. Where is is this one, right?
This one.
Okay. All right. So let me go to the create your edit. So I already have this project here. It means that I created it as an open source one. But if I want to, I can run a task that is, how is called? This one. Qt Enterprise Full License Login Password. This one. So you can create a Qt project as open source. This will use all the open source from Debian feeds and from our feeds with GPU acceleration and blah, blah, blah. But also you can add here your credentials, and then this will get the right packages for the enterprise packages. And also here, when you create the Qt project, we added some fields to you, my name of project, the Qt Enterprise login that I created on the Qt website, and my password and the container name, and then create this project, add it to the workspace, right? And then this will be already stored on the vault of the VS Code, and you'll get the right package. So that's it. With 2 minutes for the end of the live stream, we are good. If we do not have more questions, I think that we are good.
Exactly
right?
as planned.
Exactly as a plan.
Mateus, but just as closing, no? Probably we could say how people can get the latest version of the IDE, the one that we are sending.
It's pretty easy because you can go on the extensions of the VS Code itself, type Torizon or Toradex, whatever, is this Torizon IDE extension here. One thing that is good to highlight, thank you, Stefano, is make sure that you have this auto update checked here, because this way we will get the latest version assume that we have it released. All right?
Thank you. Thank you.
So, yeah, that's it. Thank you a lot, my friend
Mateus.
Leonardo. Thank you a lot, Steph.
And
thank you, Stefano, and all the audience. That's it for today, and I hope that we will have it on the next release.
Yep. Thanks,
for
everyone.
sure. We will do it. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.